You say that logistics plus an artificial intelligence-based robot provide more advantageous solutions in your system than just artificial intelligence alone. What kind of artificial intelligence is this if it needs a person to operate it? Could artificial intelligence eventually replace a logistics professional? As someone immersed in technology, I can provide you with several examples that will help illustrate the current state of developments in this field. We all fly on airplanes, but did you know that both Boeing and Airbus had already essentially reached a level of electronics about 15 years ago that would allow them to fly without pilot? And that, in general, in modern airplanes, there are artificially created procedures that the pilot must perform manually. Leave the echelon, prepare the landing configuration, and much more. Technically, the aircraft could do this itself if it were not artificially limited by the manufacturer. It can not only take off, fly to the desired location, and land by itself. With the proper airport equipment, it can even taxi to the ramp at the jet bridge on its own. You may ask, so why doesn't it fly itself then? The answer is simple. Would you personally board a plane with your children where there are no pilots? No. I'm not even mentioning the resistance from strong pilots' unions. Let's consider a more immediate example. Car. Everyone has heard that many years ago the artificial autopilot in cars reached a level where vehicles can drive well on digital roads without pilots, without drivers. How many journalists in the most well-known media outlets have relished this topic? How many triumphant reports have the developers of autopilots provided? But what is the reality? In reality, there is a severe shortage of drivers in Europe. Companies are poaching them from one another. Literally, Europe is siphoning drivers from the CIS to work for them. Why have cars in the US been allowed to drive without controlling drivers only in a couple of states at minimal speeds on the Daytona highway? Why is that? It's very simple. You can develop anything, but society must agree to accept the consequences of that development. Will many be able to accept that if a driverless car runs over one of your loved ones, no one will be held criminally responsible for this tragedy? Today, technology has run too far ahead of the state of society. Let's return to logistics. Suppose our AI-based logistics robot adjusts the delivery time windows specified by your clients at its discretion. This means that not all clients will receive their goods at the agreed time. Your company will save a lot of money on delivery by reducing the number of hired drivers and mileage. But customers will be dissatisfied. Tomorrow they may turn away from your company, and your business will collapse. Who will be held responsible? Artificial intelligence. However, if the delivery strategies in our system are managed by your logistics manager, then he is personally responsible for the strategy he has chosen to the director. This approach is clear to the director. There is someone to ask in all seriousness, so to speak, and there is someone to reward for success. The director gains an ally interested in the company's success, a logistics specialist. The logistics professional is in a situation where it's either all or nothing. Therefore, they will think very carefully about which strategy to choose. And the director is better off not firing the logistics manager and not completely handing over their business to artificial intelligence. It is better for him not only to retain the logistics manager, but also to reward him for the additional delivery profitability he achieved by responsibly and wisely managing artificial intelligence.